Hello, baby. Hello, nasty. Hello there. Hello. I say hello. Hello, friend. Well, hello, little girl. Hello, my treacherous friends. Hello, operator. The beginning of everything. Welcome back, my friends. It's showtime.
Hey, everybody. It's episode 156 of The Brink of Sanity Show, and Mark is back.
Yes, I am back, and we are doing TV shows again because we found out no one likes the TV shows. And that's why we're going to keep doing it.
Until we cancel everything, which will probably be this episode.
Yes, we are going to cancel most things, but keep a couple things. Why don't we start off with the shows that suck that we're going to cancel, and then go to the shows we actually like?
Okay. That second part's going to be really short.
Well, we're going to talk about The Walking Dead today, which I think we both like that.
Yep, when I watch it, I will comment on that.
American Horror actually got already picked up for a second season from FX.
Yeah, they're also talking about killing off the entire cast and starting over because it would be a little far-fetched that they lived in a haunted house for like 7 years.
But they like the show, obviously. So it's actually the highest rating shows for a highest rating new show on FX. Well,
good for them. I like when people have at least a little bit more of a creative show rather than the, hi, we're a middle-class family with 3 kids. One of them has an attitude, and the other one's the nerdy smart one, and the other one's a troublemaker, you know.
You mean like the other shows we watched? Like the
yeah, like every other show we watched. Yeah.
Okay, so let's start off with the shows that are probably not going to advance.
Okay.
Terra Nova was not on this week, and it could be on never again for all I really care.
Yeah, I have no desire to watch it anymore.
So we're going to probably bail on Terra Nova.
That's fine. I'm probably going to watch one and not talk about it on the show. And then, unless the next episode's great, it's done. Or maybe,
yeah, on this week because of the baseball playoffs.
Right.
And I was pretty happy not to have to watch it.
Yeah, me too. At first, I was like, the last episode wasn't too bad. So I'm like, all right, I'll give it another shot. And then baseball's on. And I'm like, awesome, I don't have to watch Terra Nova. And then I'm like, yeah, maybe I don't like this show.
Yeah, Terra Nova, the writers and creators, is the only 2 people that actually still watch it in America. If you do a show about dinosaurs, there are a lot of big dinosaurs, and you have fights with big dinosaurs.
Yeah, the last episode, 0 dinosaurs.
Yeah. More important, so we watched 2 new shows this week. We watched Grimm.
We canceled Tim Allen's show last week, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised it's still actually on the air in general.
Okay, I accidentally watched it anyway.
Why don't you tell us about it?
It was a Halloween episode. And
Ooh.
The hot daughter who has a kid wanted to go to work, and like every episode, she has to go to work, and there's nobody to watch the baby. So Tim Allen watches the baby, and she goes, "Don't go trick or treating with the baby." And so he goes, "Well, I'm the man. I'm going to go trick or treating with the baby." And so he goes trick or treating with the baby, and then it's in like a full skeleton outfit with a mask and everything.
Yeah.
And then he gets home.
And the kid suffocates?
No, that would have been a lot funnier. He gets home, he takes the mask off, and it's an Asian baby. Which...
if they watch shows, the Asians just recycle plots. I know I've seen that before.
Which I was like, all right, they could do something funny with this. But then right after the commercial, he calls up the neighbor, and they bring the baby back. And the rest of the episode is about like him being scared to tell her that she lost the baby, but like they didn't do anything with the switching of the baby, which would have actually been maybe funny.
You know what would have been brilliant? If they were like, this baby's a little bit well behaved, and for the rest of the show, they raised the Asian baby.
the Asian family calls, and they're like, nope, we don't have him.
Yeah.
They just like abduct the baby.
Like, just abduct him and just go with it.
It's like, well, I guess our baby's Asian now. And they trying to convince the daughter that the kid was always Asian.
Yeah. Like, you're like, you even see the father around here. Come on, you nailed so many guys, it must have been an Asian guy.
They convince her that she has a brain tumor and she's going nuts and the baby was always Asian.
Wait, did they ever explain what happened to the father?
No. It probably ended up like every single teen pregnancy does, and the dad left.
I know Teen Mom on MTV. And this is like the after, like it's being a teen mom.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been edgy. And she had a lip piercing.
Of course she did. That Teen Mom show. There's like 2 sets of them, and I don't think there's one dad between any of them.
So that show is terrible. Do you want to keep going with that show? Do you want to waste your time any worse?
No, that I deleted it from my DVR forever after that episode. It's so generic. That's the thing.
I'm looking on like one of the ratings for I think for American Horror, and there's an ad right next to it, and it's like this thing like it's a treadmill but for swimming. Okay, it's the first says "Swim at Home" is the name of the product, and like you swim in place, but like it comes at you like a treadmill would, but like this is for swimming.
How
it looks
big is
so
that?
Boring and horrible.
But how big is that?
It's not that big. I mean, basically, it looks like in the picture, like it's like a woman swimming, and so it's like probably twice her body length. It's the whole thing.
But how do you have that in your house and not damage everything with water?
I don't know. I don't know how you have the money for this and not just get a real pool.
Yeah, that's got to be almost the same as like an above the ground pool.
Yeah, even above the ground pool seems more fun than this.
Yeah. I think a bath sounds more fun than that. That sounds like you would just make a mess and spend thousands of dollars repairing your home.
Yeah, like if you're looking at this and seriously considering it, join the fucking Y.
Yeah. I mean, I joined Planet Fitness and it's $20 a month. I guarantee that thing is more expensive than that.
And Planet Fitness, they give you free pizza and bagels. You must make up the money there for the meals.
Exactly. I have Bagel Mondays and Pizza Tuesdays. Which is why I'm still fat.
Yeah. You know what their big thing is? Like, you've seen their ads where they don't like muscle heads?
Yeah, yeah.
And they made a big campaign to not have people like big steroid people working out there, which is usually like those are the people that like are the flock into the big gyms.
Yeah, yeah.
They're like the gym for like the fat, overweight dude who like wants to go to the gym like once a week.
Yeah, well, I like that better.
You know, it's actually kind of better because that way you're not intimidated by those jackasses that are there. Mm-hmm. But also, all the people you actually like sign up are the people that are least likely to go to the gym. So that they join and they use the gym like once or twice a week. Once or twice, like they use the gym like 2 or 3 times a month. So you never have like a 2-pack of a gym.
Yeah,
versus those like muscleheads are there like they actually like open and close the place.
Yeah, that is true. I started going like a lot more often, and the people who are there every day are the in shape people. I'm like, well, you already finished. You're done.
They're like, perhaps you don't eat enough bagels and pizza. Come on, we have bagels on Monday, pizza Tuesday. Concentrate on that and stop coming.
When you have a perfect body, you finished.
Yeah.
Start something else. Learn the drums or something. You won. You won fitness.
Even better than a 6-pack, you have a 1-pack.
Yeah, exactly. So we're done with Tim Allen. That was a long segue.
Do you know Charlie Sheen's having a new show on FX called Anger Management?
Yeah, that'll last like 2 episodes. It'll get huge ratings the first episode because everyone wants to see what he's like. And then when he's normal, then everyone will stop watching.
You know what? They're not going to do it this way. They should have like some show he's going to be on called Anger Management and make it cheesy, but only show clips of the rehearsals and him getting ready for the show. Like just show the behind the scenes stuff. That like the whole show is just the whole show is a joke. They just want to show how crazy Charlie Sheen is in the background.
That would probably be more entertaining than the show's actually going to be.
Yeah. Okay, so we watched 2 shows this week. The first new show was the Grimm.
Grimm, yes, with 2 M's.
The general consensus reviews for this new show from all the critics was, why are they even airing the first episode? Cancel it now. Mm-hmm. It is the single worst reviewed show of the entire new season, and that new season includes Pan Am, Charlie's Angels, the Playboy Club. Basically, like you couldn't be more of a loser than this show. Mm-hmm. It's like being the biggest loser at a Star Trek convention.
And we watched it.
Yes. So, what did you think? Or why don't we talk about what happens, actually?
Yeah, there's some murders, and it's it's the typical black cop, white cop combo, and one plays it by the book, and the other one is a rebel, and
Well, hang on. So basically, the whole idea of Grimm is the Brothers Grimm's fairy tales are all real.
Yeah, I was getting that.
And yeah, okay.
No, you're
Black
doing
cop,
good now. Go
white
ahead.
cop. The black guy, is he going to retire in a couple days?
Yeah, he's like 10 days away from retirement. And no, the white cop is a descendant of Grimm from the Brothers Grimm fairy tales. And all the monsters from the fairy tales are actually real. And he's the only one who could see them because he's a Grimm. And so it'll be a normal-looking person to everyone else, and he'll see like a demon face.
Yes.
And so there's a bunch of murders in town, and he's finding out that it's all of a sudden because of these things.
Yeah, I guess
I'm
the first murder is like
during the plot.
kind of Red Riding Hood. Anyone wearing red who's this guy kills.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and basically you find out during the episode also, one part that was kind of enjoyable was, I didn't think this whole thing was that bad, by the way, the show.
It was definitely not nearly as bad as half the shows we watched.
Yeah, it really wasn't. I mean, like, it's not a good show, but it really is not as bad as the critics, like, were like tearing this thing apart. And I'm like, have you seen the other shows they're airing?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that the fairy tale monsters are alive and stuff, like, that's kind of lame. But the show wasn't done that bad, and, like, they definitely put a budget into it. It didn't look cheesy.
Yeah, it doesn't look cheesy. It looks actually, like, for that bad of an idea, it looks surprisingly well done.
People hated it from the 2-minute trailer. I don't know if they hated it as much from, like, the full episode. Like, they got all that backlash just from the 2-minute trailer.
In the ratings-wise, the headline was it got crushed by the show Chuck on NBC. The show Chuck on NBC gets barely any ratings, and it's shockingly still in the air.
Oh, really?
That show Chuck?
Yeah, I didn't know that was getting bad ratings.
Does that get good ratings?
Does any Friday show get good ratings?
I don't know. They moved that around. I think it's like a cult hit that like does well, but like it's not like good for any other network besides NBC.
Right.
And basically, anyhow, so a show that does mediocre in the ratings crushed it. So it means basically viewers actually saw that show and they were like, maybe Chuck is a good idea. But the whole thing, so at part of the show, he sees the guy who's a monster, thinks he's like the killer, and goes after him, and the guy like attacks him, but then like he's like, I'm not really attacking you. Come grab a beer with me. And you find out basically not all the Grimm, I guess the monsters are all monsters. Some of them are reformed. That
was real. He actually jumped at him and then said, "Just kidding, let's grab a beer."
Yeah. No, I'm not like making a joke. That was part of it. I actually thought that was I was like, oh, good. There's some like, I don't know. They were all just bad guys, and you could just see the bad guys. It'd be kind of silly.
Could they have picked the worst name for them, though? He's supposed to be like a wolf man, but he calls himself a bitbot.
Oh, I didn't know what the hell he was calling himself.
Yeah. He goes, oh, I may look like a wolf man to you, but in our circles, I'm called a bitbot.
So here's the most unrealistic part of the entire show. So in the beginning of the episode, you see a girl who's a college-age student, goes for a run wearing red, and she later on winds up murdered.
I know where you're going. Yeah, this is bad.
Okay, so she basically, she goes for a run, she has it on her iPod. Later on, they find the iPod. Two things. A, the iPod's playing the exact same song. She, like, which one of the runs was playing Eurythmics, what's the song?
Sweet Dreams.
Sweet Dreams. Apparently that song was on loop because they must have been playing it the entire time because they found her body like a day later or hours later, and they find it's still playing that song. But the most unrealistic part of the episode was the fact that the battery life on the iPod lasted long enough that they could find find it, it was still playing.
So yeah, then they get to the house where there was a suspected killer, and they search his house and they can't find him. They can't. You
agree with me though? The miracle iPod is the biggest thing on this. This episode.
Almost. I mean, this part's also ridiculous.
This is like the Hanukkah iPod, the iPod that lasted for 8 days longer than it should have.
Yeah. And so they search the guy's house because they think somebody's abducted there, and they can't find anything. So they leave. And as they're leaving, the guy is whistling that song. So they go, oh, he's whistling the song that was on the iPod, so he must be the killer. We got to go back in and find the kid.
Isn't that song one of the most popular hits from the 80s?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, that. I don't know.
Like they're gonna basically arrest and also they shoot this guy really fast without him actually really doing much. That he just tried to escape and they shoot him. Like the worst cop ever, basically. So if you sing the Eurythmics song, you get shot, which I guess is fair.
Yeah.
You know why no one likes our TV episodes? Because no one in the right mind would watch any of these shows.
Yeah, I know.
Anyone that's a fan of our show would never watch any of these shows we're watching, basically.
That is true. All right. Well, you know what? It wasn't terrible, but it's not worth watching again. How about that?
They showed a preview of the rest of the season, and it seems like there's a conspiracy related to it. And they've done a lot of things with the episodes that no one besides the people that rent it from Netflix will ever know about, because it's not even going to make it for the full season.
Yeah, I mean, they do have a couple, like, what seems like going to be season-long storylines, which is, good. And the Bitbot, or the werewolf guy, apparently is the comic relief, because every clip they showed, he was, like, cracking jokes.
I mean, doesn't it seem like they wanted to show Vampire Slayer, but they replaced the vampires with, like, the Grimm fairy tales and replaced, like, the hot Buffy chick with, like, some dude?
Kinda, yeah.
Except for, and they also replaced, like, the enjoyable elements with whatever this show is.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't call it terrible, but it's...
Yeah, you know what? I guess the reviews, I don't know why they didn't give other things really bad reviews, but, like, this is, like, you watch it, you're like, I don't care to ever see another episode, but it's not bad.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it was better than Pan Am. It was better than the Playboy Club.
Yeah.
And that might be it. But it was better than some of those shows. It was better than The Ringer. It was better than The Ringer.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, if you're young and you're staying home on a Friday night, not that much fun. This makes it even worse if you actually watch this show. Yeah, it's better than some other things. It's better. Yeah, I agree with it. Better than The Ringer. Better than How to Be a Gentleman. Better than The New Girl, which gets good ratings.
Yep. But
I don't know if it's better than New Girl sucks, but this sucks also.
It's better than New Girl. New Girl was terrible.
My wife has started watching Up All Night, and it's actually, I've seen a little more of it. It's when they concentrate on the baby, it's not so bad. When they concentrate on everything on the work, it's really terrible.
Yeah, which is the trend we saw for the first three.
And apparently a lot of the feedback on the show now is that people really enjoy when they focus on the baby, and people want to kill Maya Rudolph.
Yeah, that's called common sense.
So they should send Maya Rudolph back to Terra Nova. Put her on that show.
Yeah, they should.
Then each week you'd be like, oh, I'm excited to watch Terra Nova. Why? What can happen? Maya Rudolph might be eaten by a dinosaur this week. I'm really excited.
Can you, like, trade? Like, since How to Be a Gentleman's canceled, can we take, like, Chloe from 24 from that show and trade her with Maya Rudolph? See how she does?
I would take anyone from that show and basically put them, switch them.
Yeah,
I take the Johnny Drama, put him on the show instead of... Yeah.
Yeah, they should put Johnny Drama instead of Maya Rudolph and then have Christina Applegate quit her job so she never has to go see him.
Yeah. Are you amazed that, like, they have two shows this season? I know they do a lot of shows where they do the double shows, like one network does it and another network does something very similar. But how does one network hear about, you're going to do a show about fairy tales being real, and another network think this is a good idea, and we're going to copy it?
I know. It's so weird. It's so weird.
I mean, it's basically like...
I'm not going to let you corner the market on real fairy tale characters in real life.
I mean, it's basically like MC heard about How to Be a Gentleman, and they aired How to Be Well Behaved. I mean, there's no dumber idea, basically.
I don't understand. Are they scared that, like, this idea is going to be like the next Lost, and so they have to make one just in case?
Yeah, CBS is like, you're going to show Pan Am, we're going to show Qantas.
Ridiculous. All right, so the next new show.
Alan Gregory.
Alan Gregory with Jonah Hill as the main voice, which I didn't know until I started watching.
Okay, I think Jonah Hill's pretty funny. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you agree or not. Do you like Jonah Hill?
Yeah, I think he's got a good delivery. I'm glad he didn't go all Seth Rogen and decide to be in every single movie ever made.
He's in a lot of things.
In small doses, I think he's funny.
I think he's not great, not necessarily perfect as the lead, but he's a great, like, supporting member of the cast. And I think he always adds to anything he's in. He usually adds to the part. Like he was in what dumb movie? The
Knocked Up. I thought he was good in.
What did you say?
Knocked Up. He was good.
He was good in Knocked Up. You know, what say what one really shitty movie he was in that he was actually pretty good in? Mm-hmm. What's that movie where they Adam Sandler pretends to be like ends up being God?
Oh yeah, I think I skipped that one.
Wait, hold on. Do you need to be in here?
Yeah, because
Do you want me to switch in there? Okay. Sorry, I'm just going to bounce around here. I'll be right back.
Married Life's awesome. Yeah, I don't know the movie where Adam Sandler's God.
Basically, he switches places with Morgan Freeman, who's God.
Okay, anyway.
Bruce Almighty, remember that?
Oh, yeah.
So they do a sequel to that movie where the dude that's from The Office is God.
Yep.
Worst thing ever, but anyhow, long.
That's not Adam Sandler.
No, I know that's the second one.
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell's in that, and what's his name? Jonah Hill is actually pretty funny in a small role. He's the only decent part of the whole movie.
Okay.
Anyhow, but my overall point being, I like Jonah Hill. He's great in small parts. I found his voice kind of annoying on the show.
Yeah, and he was the best part of the show, definitely. He had a couple funny lines. I don't like any of the supporting characters on the show. It's an animated show on Fox. We didn't even explain what the hell it is. Alan Gregory, animated show on Fox about a spoiled, bratty little 7-year-old who, I guess his connection got lost when he was trying to talk to Mark. And then a baby started crying. And then Skype came back, but it was all choppy. And then he was talking to himself. Hello. This is the Technical Difficulties Show. Speaking. We'll be right back.
I need a garage door opener for my balls.
What?
What the fuck? I don't like the smell that usually forms down there if I go for a couple days without washing.
I'm proud of you.
It smells like onions wrapped in asshole. What the fuck are we talking about?
Hey, Dad, remember that one time I got that cock stuck in my ass?
He just went over legs and arms.
In a truck not too hard to locate, featuring painted images of a peeled banana, the exposed pot shaped like a condom, and a shirtless man saying, "I protect myself," to you.
What kind of fucking question is this? I'm the host of the show, and I get put down on every episode.
I love you, Tim.
John is a man of God.
Shed his precious blood.
Shed his precious blood.
And died.
And died.
Oh, my sin. And now the three guys that taught your mom that thing you like. It's Minor Detail.
MinorDetailPodcast.com.
Let's cut to the chase. I'm DJ, and I do a little something called the Green Light Show. Now, I want you to be a fan of the show, so I'm making you listen to this sample. And these girls, they think, oh, as long as I show off my tits, I'm fat. I'll wear this skin-tight shirt and show off all my tits.
Yeah, I see
That'll look real good.
I see that a lot, actually, and it's rather disgusting.
And I've heard these girls, they'll say stuff like, well, you're looking.
Yeah, because I want to throw up.
Yeah, just because I'm looking at your enormous exposed tits, that doesn't mean I like them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like driving by a car wreck, if I were to see a 6-year-old boy's head smashed and run over by an SUV, just because I can't look away, that doesn't mean I like the way it looks. I went to go see Toy Story 3.
My bad.
I don't mean to spoil the movie for anybody, but Andy dies.
Does he get AIDS?
Andy gets AIDS in Toy Story 3 from a gay orgy. He got drunk. He went up to
at college.
The plot of this is it shows Andy leaving his parents in the beginning, his mom's house.
Yeah, his single mom.
Where the fuck is Andy's dad?
His mom's a single mom.
So the opening scene is just Andy going, "Mom, of here, Mom. Fuck off. And Andy drives off to his college.
Smoking weed.
Andy gets to college, and the first thing, he opens the door to his new apartment. And his roommates, who he's never met, are in there. They go, hey, Andy, rub this on your tongue. Andy starts fucking all these dudes. It's a big, giant orgy.
Wow.
It's like gays and lesbos and normals, and they're all just intertwined fucking.
That's weird.
And then Woody shows up, but it's not Woody. It's Andy's dick with a cowboy hat on it. And he goes, check out my Woody! If you like what you hear, head on over to greenlightshow.com. You can find out everything about the show right from the homepage. greenlightshow.com. See you there.
All right, we're back.
We're back.
I think we're back.
We've been having lots of problems tonight. My baby keeps crying. My internet connection keeps going out. It's all my fault. And this show, whatever. Like 8 people are listening. Let's go with it.
Yeah. It's a cartoon, a spoiled, bratty 7-year-old who I guess he was adopted and had rich gay parents, but they're not that rich anymore, so he has to go back to public school. Am I getting that right?
So basically the show starts off with, I guess, these super gay parents. One guy's very, like...
One of them is totally straight, but he's married to the gay guy because he's rich.
Well, one of them is kind of like Niles from Frasier, kind of like very snotty kind of guy, and the other guy is this big beefy guy. The big beefy guy apparently says he was straight and married with a family before, but the other guy convinced him to be gay and get married.
Hilarious.
I mean, the show looks like, if you give it a chance, maybe it might take a couple episodes. Like, they're trying too hard in the first episode. It could be like... I'm not going to follow the show, actually, or ever watch it again. But it could get decent. I don't know.
The Ellen Gregory character had probably 5 or 6 funny lines that made me laugh.
There were some decent... this is, of all the new shows, this probably had the most funny moments of any of the new shows.
Yeah.
I mean, not that there's any competition whatsoever.
No, there really was not.
Like, we're saying, this is like the tallest midget. It's just not... Doesn't mean much.
This was funnier than any of the funny shows, just ahead of Whitney that everyone hates.
Yeah, this is like just ahead of Whitney. It didn't do that well in the ratings. It should probably be gone pretty soon.
Yeah, Fox canceled The Critic and has been paying the karma gods ever since.
The Critic is one of the best all-time cartoons. I'd say basically top 5 easily.
At the time, Fox had Futurama, The Simpsons, and King of the Hill, and they wanted that 4th cartoon so bad, and they had it, and they canceled it.
The Critic, I'd say basically in their prime, I'd say The Simpsons are number 1, Family Guy is number 2, Critic is 3, and South Park is 4.
Yeah, I don't even know if I would put South Park at 4.
What do you put 4th?
I really liked... now, this is where I'm going to name all these random cartoons that you've never heard of.
You watch the most random shit. Like, how do you even find these shows?
They're on TV.
Okay.
Freakazoid or Invader Zim.
Which one's better, Freakazoid or Invader Zim?
Probably Invader Zim. That one had 3 seasons. Freakazoid only had 2.
I can't believe these had more than 2 or 3 episodes. Where did you find these shows? What channels were they on?
Invader Zim was on Nickelodeon.
Oh.
And Freakazoid, I think, was on NBC on Saturday mornings.
And they were really funny?
Yeah, very well. The Freakazoid was just like The Critic, where the first season was okay and the second season was ridiculously good.
What's the Freakazoid about?
It's about this nerd who somehow got zapped into cyberspace and it turned him into a superhero. So he can go back and forth between being a nerd and being a superhero. And so basically it's like a superhero if that superhero was Jerry Lewis.
This can't be good.
It's really funny.
This sounds horrendous. This sounds like you're pitching the Brothers Grimm to me.
It's so funny.
You know they had a movie called The Brothers Grimm, in the last 5 years?
Yeah, wasn't Heath Ledger in it?
I don't know who was in it.
I'm pretty sure Heath Ledger was in it.
Oh, well, he's going to not be happy about that one when he... Oh, never mind. But just to say, the movie did horrendous. It was panned. It was called a terrible movie. And I'm surprised they were like, oh, let's try to make a TV show out of a terrible movie.
Yeah, we could get people to sit for an hour and a half. Let's make 20-hour-long episodes.
Yeah. But anyhow, so the whole Alan Gregory thing, I don't know. What do you want to say about it?
I want to say that I'm going to watch another episode. And if it doesn't blow, like every other show, if I'm not totally blown away by every show we watch this week, I'm not watching any more TV.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I will watch another episode also because it's not that horrendous or anything.
No, it's not. But that and Terra Nova better blow my socks off next episode. Because you know what? The return of Beavis and Butthead was funnier than any of these comedy shows we watched.
Yeah, I got to watch that.
See what you think of it, but I thought it was funnier than any of these shows.
So it's Steven Spielberg presents I'm updating my Netflix account while I have it. Oh, it's not even on streaming. This is on 1995?
What, Freakazoid?
Yeah, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, you got to get season 2 though.
You're talking about a show that was on 16 years ago as being your best show.
Well,
not that it can't be on. I'm just saying, like, I thought it was like this is something you watched when you were like a teenager. This is probably not a good show.
I watched it in college.
Okay, picked up a pair of Emmys for a daytime. I'll add it. You know what?
See,
I will add this to my my list.
You're gonna like it.
So I should add season 1 or season 2?
Season 2. If you like it, go back and watch season 1. But I wouldn't. I would say don't start with the weaker episodes.
Okay, yeah, because I'm not going to watch it again. I mean, I like Pinky and the Brain. That was pretty good.
Yeah, and they make a cameo in season 2.
What's the other one called?
Invader Zim.
Okay. People must be like fast. Oh, this is on streaming.
There you go.
No. It's not even on. Yeah, it's on streaming. So I will have to check this out. This one's the better one anyhow, right?
I think so. You got to watch from episode 1 though. The first episode isn't hilarious, but it gives you all the plot you need because it's very plot heavy.
Okay. This animated series, Earth inhabitants are about to get the shock of their lives. Across the universe, the Urkins have begun their conquest for total domination, and the Earth is the next planet for their list to conquer. During their preparation, the Urkin military sent a willful hyper-troublemaker named Zim to Earth to do reconnaissance. Fortunately for the planet Earth, a child discovers Zim's identity before the invasion can take place.
It's dark as hell, and that's why it got canceled. It was way too evil for a Nickelodeon show.
Okay.
Like, he's an alien, and he realizes that he has to get a physical at school, and he has alien parts and not human parts. So he decides to just start stealing organs from the kids in class. But he thinks the more organs he has, the healthier he is. So he's stealing, he has 8 stomachs and 11 hearts. And he's, filled with organs, and all the kids are sick because they're all missing vital organs. This is a Nickelodeon show.
Okay. It sounds pretty freaking weird.
It is.
You know what's weird?
Hmm?
You can stream the show, but you can't get the DVDs.
This is their next little scam, isn't it? Trying to get everyone back on the multi-platform.
I'm thinking about canceling my DVD thing. We never even have time to watch the DVDs. But I watch streaming. If that can just put on, I might just cancel that second part.
Yeah, well, you had the argument that streaming's good if you watch all the shows they offer on streaming.
Yeah, well, obviously that's a weird argument, but they do have a lot of decent things on there.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Whatever.
None of the 7 shows I watch, so it's canceled.
Okay, so the shows that Breaking Bad's on there. You can watch Breaking Bad. Dexter's on there.
That's fine. I'm caught up on Dexter.
Okay. Okay, so the next show, the 2 shows we actually give a damn about. American Horror is the next one.
Mm-hmm. There's 2 shows we give a damn about?
Walking Dead.
Oh, okay. I didn't watch that.
You haven't started the second season yet?
No, I have not.
I thought you loved that show.
I do love that show. I also love not having my DVR at 99% full, so we started watching the Dexters.
Are you going to catch up on that show, Walking Dead?
Oh, yeah. No, as soon as we finish season 5, we have 2 episodes left of season 5 of Dexter, and then we'll start Walking Dead. Okay, not to ruin anything for you for Dexter, but it's the last 2 episodes are lame. Are they? The entire season's lame. I thought the first 2 episodes were really bad, and I thought it actually got pretty decent.
Oh God! They leave off with the greatest thing with the girl, his wife dying and the killer and they're like, okay, well we'll let it go.
Yeah,
cool. Everything points to you. Let's go with it. Okay, so we'll talk about American Horror, and then we'll talk about maybe the differences in Walking Dead, the first season, and the comic book.
Okay,
because Jay reads the comic book and where it might go. So. First, American Horror. What happened since we last talked?
Well, it starts off with a gay couple in the house, and they end up getting murdered by the guy in the gimp outfit.
We don't know what the guy in the gimp outfit is. He's all black. He might be a demon.
He likes murdering, though.
There's one part we see later on in the episode where the crazy the daughter's crazy boyfriend is dressed up as a gimp.
Yeah.
And so maybe he is the demon?
I think he is a demon. I don't think he is that demon, although he might be.
Who knows? This is a very twisted show. Are you liking it better, though?
I'm starting to think that other than the 3 people that moved into the house, everyone on the whole show is dead.
Yeah, that could be. I wouldn't be so shocked, basically, if that was what happened.
So anyway, the gay couple dies, and then they're trying to get their house to look nicer, so they hire what they call fluffers to make the house look nicer, and it's the gay couple, but they're
First of all,
already dead.
I've never heard a definition of fluffer like this.
No, neither have I.
When they said there were fluffers, I was like, this show is getting really weird.
I think that was tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah.
So,
but anyhow, the gay couple who was murdered are the fluffers who come there, who are supposed to remake the image of the house by making it really fun for Halloween.
Yeah, and they have a gay little fight, and the one who wasn't Spock on Star Trek tries to have sex with the dad.
Yeah.
I don't know, and then the retarded girl gets hit by a car.
Yeah, the retarded girl wants to be pretty, and the mom gives her a mask to wear, and I guess she doesn't see the car coming and gets hit by a car, which is trick-or-treating, when she's chasing after some pretty girls. I mean, the show sounds so
hard
ridiculous.
to explain. And
then there's the whole. The mom has some kind of pregnancy scare, and it's supposed to be only 8 weeks long, and they're looking at the baby on the sonogram, and the woman looking at the baby on the sonogram passes out from what she sees.
And then they just ignore that they go, all right, let's go home. I guess we're not going to get the results.
Yeah, but then there's an emergency at home. The daughter basically is being stalked by the crazy guy with the burnt face is trying to bang on the door to get his $1,000. So he said I killed your ex with the baby. You give me $1,000. I don't know what planet the guy lives on. If someone murders someone for you and then asks you for $1,000, you give them $1,000.
Yeah.
You don't need to make the agreement ahead of time. You kill someone for me, I'll give you $1,000.
It's not a bad deal, actually.
I'm just going to give you $1,000 so you don't kill me, because you obviously are fine with killing. Secondly, if I'm pretty connected with this person, I'm going to give you $1,000. I'll give you $2,000 just to get the hell away from me.
Considering he just shows up wherever he is, you'd probably just, the guy's got resources. You'd just want him to go away.
I mean, also, the guy wears the same suit every time. He probably needs some money to buy a new suit. Give him $1,000. Mm-hmm. His face is burnt off. You know what? No matter how bad you have it, I know he murdered his family, but and he's got brain cancer. Give him $1,000. He's just so creepy. You want to get him away from you. And maybe there's a slippery slope. You give him $1,000 now, he's going to ask for $1,000 again later and keep asking for it. So what? He just murdered someone for you. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did anything else happen in that insane episode?
Yeah. Tomorrow, I guess this week is the part 2 of the Halloween episode.
At the very end, there's a knock at the door. The husband answers the door, and it's the ex-girlfriend that they murdered and buried under the gazebo. And he just goes, "Oh, no, thanks," and then closes the door like it was a Jehovah's Witness.
Well, they make some comment early in the episode, the retarded girl and her mom. They make some comment about how Halloween's the night when the dead can walk amongst us.
Yeah, but he was so calm about his dead, buried ex-girlfriend coming to the door. He just opened the door and he's like, "Nah, I'm not in the mood for you," and he just shuts the door.
I mean, he also, like, it's like, all the shit he's already seen in the house, and he's cool with living there.
Yeah.
Like, his family almost gets murdered in the house, and he's like, we're staying.
Yeah, I don't know. Just because the daughter said, I don't want to move.
Oh, well, they're still trying to sell it. They just can't find anyone to buy it yet.
I don't know. The whole thing is just...
I mean, we have to accept the fact that they're going to stay in the murder house for the whole season. That has to happen.
Yeah.
Or else, I mean, like, episode 2, they move, end of haunted house.
Yeah, end of show.
That'd be like, yeah, it's like showing, like, Jaws Part 4, and they solve the Jaws problem by not going in the water.
Like, you know what? Let's go to the desert this week.
What do you say?
Let's go to the desert this week.
There you go. Show's over. Nightmare on Elm Street, they just move away from Elm Street. Show's over.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. But that was... The show in general is just insane. I kind of like it, but...
Just to interrupt, you know the one movie that didn't, like, solve that problem? Like, Friday the 13th. They went to space, and Jason was in space, so you really couldn't escape.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
I didn't see that one, but I do know he went into space. A lot of these guys go to space. Leprechaun 3, he went to space.
Did he really?
Yeah. He went from Leprechaun to Leprechaun in the Hood to Leprechaun in space. They didn't even, like... It wasn't even gradual. They, like, gave up by the third sequel.
You know what's probably... It sounds like they pitched that to, like, the movie... Like, the company that funds it by, like, going, like, we're going to do Leprechaun in the Hood. And they're like, ha, ha, ha. And they're like, they get the money to make it. And they're like, oh, man. We should have got drunk last night and pitched the show. We got drunk again and pitched him in space? Good God.
Yeah, so I don't really have much more to say about American Horror other than that.
Do you like it so far?
I don't love it. I like it. It's good enough to watch. It's probably
kind of entertaining.
It's probably the best show we've seen.
It's definitely the best show of the new season.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's, like, really weird, and I don't know, they develop the plot, they develop stuff, and they reveal stuff every episode. Unlike Terra Nova, which has, like, one thing to reveal and won't reveal it ever.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree with that. I like how actually things happen.
Yeah, it tends to make things more fun when things actually happen.
Terra Nova is recording right now. If the scientist lady solves the problem with her science, I am going to smash my DVR. Yeah, I'm not going to smash my DVR, but I'll delete the show forever and never watch it again.
I bet there's not a single interaction with a large dinosaur.
No, definitely not. That has the least. That show has about as many dinosaurs as Up All Night has babies.
Or Up All Night has dinosaurs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I thought it was going to be like Jurassic Park, but instead it's like
he's
House.
Crying again. What the hell are we doing? I'll be right back.
We're done with this episode anyway.
Yeah, we're done. Okay, sorry, Jay.
No, that's all right. No problem. We'll be back next week.
Bye.
So like us on Facebook and subscribe on iTunes and give us a call, 631-676-1181. Email thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com. Let us know if you want us to stop talking about goddamn TV and get back to other things. Or you love the TV shows. Who knows? And, yeah, we'll be back in a couple days. And, oh, yeah, vote on Podcast Alley because it's November now. And we still get some downloads from that site when we're in the top 10. So get us into the top 10. Make me smile. And we'll be back. Some old guest hosts are coming back soon. We're going to have Lauren. We're going to have Bri. And we're going to have Peter all coming up in November on the Brink of Sanity. Goodbye, everybody.
My love. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. It's all over. Goodbye. It's time to go. This is the... Say goodbye.